Greetings, Starseeds. Today, the topic will be when a walk-in becomes a walkout. I'm trying to make it as compact, as clear, and clean as possible for your inner standing, outer standing, over, and überstanding. So you get the picture. The deal is this, and many have experienced this. We have many cases of those who, say, I awoke around this time. I mean, my entire life, I was active, and towards 2012, I just allowed myself to communicate that more outwardly, to say and share, well, I'm here, I'm on, I'm activated, and I'm admitting to myself who I am without further delay in a theater of a mental motion picture near you. So, when a walk-in becomes a walkout, this is 2020. This is about you and making the decision to not criticize anymore, to get to work and do what you're good at and enrich this planet. And because those who sit on the sideline and bitch around how everything is wrong and how they have to solve anything, well, I say if you can heal cancer, go ahead. I'm not saying that I can do that, but if anybody can perform some miracles, please walk over water, walk through solid confinements. If you can do that, show me. I will be impressed. Not that I have to follow you, but there's a lot of tips and tricks and gimmicks out there in the field where we don't know where this goes when people have something to say. Here's this: have a firm opinion about yourself, stay in your vortex, stay with yourself, trust in what you feel and where you are, and concentrate on that. And that helps to enrich the planet and to enrich us all, and that benefits. If the gardener is busy and, sowing the seeds of love, we don't need a bystander criticizing how it's to be done. You will know who's who by the fruits of their labor. I keep repeatedly saying that, is you'll see, conduct business. You bake bread and your bread is good and your customers are happy. I'm good. I'm okay. I have no question. We live in an age where, the madman is the wise guy, and the wise guy is the madman. And we need to realize that the spiritual seeker of truth, which is what's coming, watch movies also as Marvel will shift from the Avengers into the Eternals and the story of the Celestials, how this entire trend is a completely new decade where we go in galactic consciousness. In media, in movies, watch the movies that are out right now, they are also multidimensional right now. Different realms happening from October Faction to Sabrina to Umbrella Corporation. Everything is multi-layered, multifaceted, in-depth psychology, no more hidden things, with blinding clarity presented of where we are, and the feminine energy coming in to balance this entire act, which makes a lot of sense to me. So the typical tale of when a walk-in becomes a walkout is the following. You remember there was a famous lady, we're not naming names, you all know who that is. We just call her Virtual. And card decks out, talks to angels, elves, inspiration, many books, many card decks for many years, been out, had contact with angels, and all of a sudden she denounces everything. Everything that she brought in that brought her abundance, made her millions of dollars, is denied now. It's the devil. And there's only one belief system. And if you compromise yourself to one belief system and you cut the magic, guess what? Then the magic and the abundance and the income also stops, because you're not doing the job that you actually came here to this planet to do. There's a divine order in things that you are here to do. I heard a story of a guy who said one day he was enlightened, he could touch people, they would heal instantly. He had almost superpowers, he could read people in seconds without tarot cards, and it was a rush of energy, and he felt so overwhelmed, and the next day it was gone, and then he declared war with the spiritual realm and everything that's spiritual, and people trying to find their truth within their spiritual selves. Well, that's when a walk-in becomes a walkout. Or somebody has a gift, he can read codes and numbers, and people begin to miraculously heal, immune systems begin to recalibrate and come back into alignment, and all of a sudden a disease kicks in, time out from the job, and the person is not themselves anymore, and at some point at these levels people lose the gift. Let's say there's a channel out there, the channel has superior gifts, can channel till kingdom comes and goes and folds, and basically you can say count your blessings, and the blessings are not counted in those star seeds or those talented and gifted ones. All of a sudden the skill is gone, the channel aspect is gone, everything that you had is gone. You're denouncing, you're denying yourself, you're letting the shadow win the game, and maybe that's the role that you're supposed to play. That's why right now this is the time to upgrade your value system. Do not give up to believe in yourself. The paranormal is very, very real. Side note, I might do another video on that as a sprinkle. If you read the papers of Hermes Trismegistos, he describes that there are other beings in human form in this universe, and that are multiple universes where beings live. So the paranormal cannot be tucked away. This is actual fact. Plato talked about it, and many scholars in the past that talked about that we are not alone and there are other beings and there are other realms. Guess what? We were prosecuted. We were punished into forgetfulness. When you read the papers, I mean the biblioteca of the Library of Alexandria, for example, over 1 million scrolls from Vedic texts to Mesopotamian texts of ancient healing modalities that will teach us to walk through other realms and come back with ointments, and all the shamanic ways were destroyed. All the entheogen substances, which falsely are labeled hallucinogenics, are coming back into play. The only way back is into that what is actually in symbiosis with us, which is 100 billion years old, if not older. Who's to question that? So basically, I give you the story of the Green Lantern. The Green Lantern was a soul that was so in tune in his life. If you check I'm using the comic book analogy because all of these are channeled stories about ourselves. There's nothing new, just disguised in different metaphors. And this higher force, this energy, same thing with I think Captain Universe. Don't mistake that with Captain Marvel. There's a higher consciousness, like your higher self, that seeks you out when you are in tune with yourself, living right and just. Right and just. And you have SAS, self-aligning software within your body. And that consciousness seeks you out. And when you train yourself, you train your brain, whatever modalities for machine or psychoactive induction through brain training, it's the same path. Makes no difference. And the body decides to turn on, and this higher consciousness downloads itself into you, and you will bring forth physical form of that what you acquired as a channel, as what I call myself a data streamer. Anybody who's with that topic. Many run around that dabble with theoretical, theta-based and beta-taste consciousness. That means they either fight or flight, or they're in theoretical constructs that never manifest. I quote here the rapper KRS-One, if its meaning doesn't manifest, put it to rest. So if people talk a great deal of things that never manifest, you have to red flag that. So a walkout happens in the following. If you choose to be chosen, like a chosen one, and then this energy comes in, your superpowers come in, channeling scripts, speaking different languages, waking up thinking what's going on, am I going crazy, savant-like skills, and you're not going crazy, you're turning on. But if you don't cherish the gift, like a plant that needs water and nurturance to grow, like a tree, that gift will leave you. And then you lose all the skill. We've seen many starseeds that came and went, had their channels. All of a sudden, life takes over. They take a different route, which this is a free will planet. Everybody's entitled to take their route. But they give up everything. And some of them, sadly, I call them the shadow starseeds, they denounce that. Everything is the devil. Everything is the other direction. And this higher force, this energy and these skills and everything that you had leaves you. And people say, well, he's not himself anymore. Or she's not herself anymore. Or are you still, healing people or doing readings? No. Or you still doing the channeling? No. I work as a waitress now. I have bills to pay. Life is hard. So what did you make as a reader? I made like $80,000 a year. But that's evil. Somebody else that I knew had an invention that he had released, he was selling, and all of a sudden he felt he wasn't in integrity, which I believe he was fully in integrity. gave up his house, moved, stopped producing the invention, and cut everything. And then this energy, this glow that that person had, and this glare of going places left. And that is when this higher force, like imagine if the Green Lantern, if you watch the movie, the first one, higher consciousness comes in, he's chosen by the High Council, Council of Nine, is always the same story. He gets the ring, Federal Galactic Order, and he is assigned to a local universe, to a local planet, like an ascended master, and he has to keep the elemental forces in balance. That's all you see with superheroes. These are elements and planets fighting one another. Who's in whose orbit and whatnot. Planetary consciousness. Nothing new. So, but if the Green Lantern would misuse the power, not activate the ring, not go in tune with that higher consciousness that comes in, that wants to actually come into this vessel, doesn't hold the vibratory frequency of that higher state, the ring disappears, the superpowers disappear, the suit doesn't come on anymore, and you are a walkout. And you become normal, and a lot of those people begin to hate the world and diss everything and attack everything, but that's a typical symptom of the planet resisting to its higher evolutionary state. And we're going there. There's no stopping. So basically, the higher your vibratory frequency is, the more of yourself, your higher self, you load in your vessel. There are aspects, but there's one higher self. Make no mistake. People sometimes get that confused with higher selves, that there are many. That means from the consciousness they are very split, and they're not really sure what they're higher. Because higher self is shadowless, is without negative aspect, is in the clear, is with source and with creator. Make no mistake. And there's one source, there's the law of one, and there's a creational aspect to this matrix. Make no mistake. And that won't go away like the sky is blue and the sun goes up every day and the trajectory of the planets and orbital frequencies are in place, as same as the Schumann resonance. Yes, we have plasmic spikes and this and that. But as long as you don't have extremes, that will be visible and to be experienced universally by the collective consciousness, you have nothing but rhetoric in theoretical ideas and idealism, which is nice, but we're here now. We are these generators that are here to manifest that energy. So I urge you, starseeds, and many that I know that had a psychosis, having a psychosis, and I'm not a doctor. If you need to see a doctor, okay, this is just an observation opinion. That means your brain is fighting the illusion that you were in, trying to become consciousness. And trauma's coming to the surface, and it's total flip out. Have no fear. If you can't control yourself, you know, like I said, go see a physician, see your doctor, whatnot. In the jungle, the shamans know what to do with you. And catch yourself and catch that what you feel and recalibrate to that frequency what is. And when you watch, I don't know, Esther Hicks, in the vortex is when you shut all of that stuff down for a minute, you recalibrate yourself and you come back. And anybody can. So basically, so now you know a walk-in is a person that gets activated, starseed, wakes up, speaks star languages, writes different lettering. Not everybody's out there. We are the ones, we are leaning ourselves into this fringe world, which is becoming the real world, to be experienced by others, and we have met others with the same experience, so we know you're not alone, and no, you're not alone. So we're here to help you in a transformative way progress through the contact that you're making with your future self. So you're not afraid of that. You're actually a little bit more of an extraterrestrial version of an angelic being on Earth being activated to do your job. And that call goes to everyone. This is 2020, and 2020 also states with blinding clarity, you will see what's what and what's in front of you. So what is not supporting you, what is stepping over you, is attacking you, and for not having to have a reason comes at you, is not in resonance with you, we are moving on. We're moving past that. Many avenues are opening up for those who can actually communicate that message, be in front of a camera, be a character, be a likable social character, speaking with clarity, being articulate, communicating that clearly for many to see. And those who seek that will find that. So if you find me for the first time, please hit that subscribe button. hit that bell so you know when I'm going live. This is for you. So basically now you know, a walk-in is when this energy comes to you, all of these things are activated. I think I'm a crawl-in, that means like from birth, my stuff happened. And some are walk-ins, and some that lost that skill are walkouts. Basically saying like, I don't want the responsibility, I don't want the job. No, you know, don't bother me with this, I'm out. And guess what? This higher glow, this luck, the blessings and the things and the attractions for that path have left you, and life will be hard. That's why the Bible says if you go into the direction of the Creator, you will be on green shires and taken care of, and you will be replenished, and you will live forever. Those who choose the other direction, and this is not just Jesus, there's the masters of Viracocha, there's Pakal Wotan, there's the Viking god Wotan, there's Zeus. It's always the same story. There's Thor, there's Horus, as in horoscope, Aura, the hour, horror movie is all based on Horus, the realization of the self, of the sun. The sun is what gives life. If that's off by a macromillimeter, no life on Earth. The chance to be a sentient being born in a carbon-based mind carrier is 400 trillion to 1. So you are blessed to be here, and go figure this out, and don't give up on all angles and all levels to do your job. As this walked in, stay that. And we forgive the others that walk out, that is their choice, but at the end of the day, we're all going to meet on a mountaintop. We're all going to meet up here with the Creator and with the oneness. And on that note, I'll see you most certainly on the flip side. Peace.